hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. And although this wave is stringing us along, just know you're not alone, 'cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down and it'll be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear.
The trouble that might drag you down, if you get lost you can always be found. Just know you're not alone, 'cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Settle down, you'll be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear.
Trouble that might drag you down, if you get lost you can always be found.
Just know you're not alone, 'cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Ah, ah, ah,
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Venice. And please join me in welcoming and thanking our soloists today, Allie and Sherry and Rebecca. They are filling in for Lisa and Nathan, who are on their way to France as we speak. So I asked them if they needed a cabin boy or something. No. I wanted to tell you, I think I told you I've been journaling for about a year and a half now, a little over a year, and such a great practice to look back and see where I was and my journal, and I had to laugh. I did that this morning. One of the journal entries says, periodically look back and see what you've written before. I thought that must have been a morning when the little gerbils were in the ball, just like running around. You know, it must have been a pretty busy morning up there in my brain. But the three words that have come up consistently were awareness, gratitude, and willingness. So one of my favorite messages that Robin has given, she talked about willingness and saying, putting before willingness, nonetheless, I am willing, which that's really just stayed with me. To that end, the other night I was at my Friday night gig that I do with a big band. A wonderful trumpet player named Bill Carroll came up to me and before the gig, and he said, I know you've been dealing with your hair. And I told him what it's been diagnosed, and I told him what it was, and he had some information about that. He said, I've actually been able to help people do that. And he said, I want to give you this gift in love, and I felt that I need to be willing to accept it. And basically, what he has given me has really cured this problem that's been bothering me for a long time, and I just wanted to share it with you if I could. So let's do some singing, all right?
Yes, sounding good, everybody, sounding good. Good morning, everyone. Just a reminder that our June Stuffed Animal Drive is underway. So if you have a little fluffy critter anywhere near you, hug it, hold it, love it, infuse it for a while, and then maybe pass it on. Because what we're going to do is collect them all throughout the month of June, and then they're going to get delivered to children's hospital wards, to first responders that show up for domestic violence or tragic incidents, also to the Family Promise Organization. So we want them all as loved up as they can be. So, so Kylie, will you take Minnie for me and love on her during service? Thank you. Make sure all of them get lots of love. So hug them, love them, squeeze them. And again, a reminder, we are asking for them to only be brand new, not used, because we need to be mindful about allergens and things. So bring those in all throughout the month of June and love them up during church. We hope to have a whole furry congregation going by the time we get to the end of the month. So welcome to Unity of Venice. I'm Reverend Robin Ryder, your senior minister.
And your associate minister.
We're so happy that you're here, and we want to welcome our online family. Thank you for watching us from all over the world. We're so glad that you're here. And then we'd like to also extend a special welcome if it happens to be, and my microphone is a little too hot, I'm getting feedback. If it happens to be your first Sunday with us, we would like, our team has a bag of gifts for you, including cookies. And Leslie and I would like to say good morning. So if it is your first Sunday, we just need you to pop a hand up so that we can locate you to say hello and bring you your blessings. Looks like they're just on that side.
Welcome, welcome, I'm glad you're here with me. Did you know you're one with God for eternity? Welcome, welcome, I'm glad you're here with me. You're not a stranger anymore, now you're family. Welcome, welcome to Venice Unity. Spirits led you to a place you're truly meant to be. Welcome, welcome, I'm glad you're here with me. You're not a stranger anymore, we're friends and family.
So glad you joined us this morning, and that necklace gives us a chance to welcome you and also gives you privilege to go first in line in God's Cafe for lunch after service. So we hope you'll join us for lunch and fellowship. So I want to acknowledge our beautiful flowers this morning on our altar. They have been sponsored by Sharon McKinney and Eddie Earl, and they're in memory of Sharon's dad, Larry, and for Eddie and Sharon's 7-year anniversary on the 17th. So we wish you guys happy anniversary. Eddie's here in the sanctuary. Sharon is over working with our youth, as she has been regularly, but happy anniversary to you guys. Send her our blessings. So I think we've taken care of all the business, so let's move into our sacred space as Reverend Leslie will be leading us in our opening prayer time.
Good morning. This is a time in our service where we call out the names, maybe myself, we call out the names of everyone who we want to hold up in prayer and in wholeness. And I invite you now to really call it out loudly, whoever you want to hold up today. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I invite you to close your eyes or just lower your gaze, whatever you're comfortable with. And in this divine and holy space, we hold up all the people whose names you called out, and also all those folks whose names, for whatever reason, you didn't call out or didn't think to say at this moment. We hold up each person who's here in this church present, and everyone who is online watching, and all those who in the future will watch it on demand. For truth is a quantum field of love that's out there, and we send it out with our healing blessings. And we know that divine thought enters in, and colored by the heart, it becomes a thought filled with love and empathy. And we send out this divine healing energy to everyone whose name was said, and we say it with great gratitude. And for that we say thanks and amen. And I invite you to join me in reciting the Unity Foundational Statement. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotence. Thank you.
This is an old standard for us. I invite you to join us. It's God is my source, Karen Drucker.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
I don't want anyone to be concerned about me. I will be okay. There are no eggs involved in the reading. Today's daily word is kindness. Today I will be kind to others. When I think of being kind, I'm reminded of the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It only takes a moment and no special effort to be kind. I can smile at a stranger, hold the door for the person behind me, or let someone go ahead of me in line. These small acts of kindness bless everyone involved, including me. Other kind efforts may take more thought. I think of how I prefer to be treated. I certainly want to be heard. And respected, and I want to know my views and opinions matter. I want others to see my value and treat me with dignity. I hold this thought of others as I think of them. I see people imbued with the Spirit of God. Kindness flows from me to bless others. This is from the book of Proverbs. Whoever pursues righteousness and kindness will find life and honor. That's chapter 21 and verse 21. Thank you.
If archaeologists dig up our bones someday and I happen to be next to him, they'll think we come from different epochs in history. Think about it. Good morning, light workers. Today I bring you a reading from the Book of Light by Alexandra Solnato, and it fits today's theme of having new members joining our community. Look at how energy moves when the things that are meant for you begin to approach. Look at how things change shape. Clearly, you have changed your energy. You have spent a long time trying to correct yourself, trying to harmonize yourself, and most important, trying to break patterns. To break patterns, that is one of the keys. Patterns as old as time, insistent on manifesting themselves in this lifetime. And these patterns follow you everywhere. They manifest themselves in your behavior and attitude. Patterns that make you function on automatic pilot, never questioning yourself, never knowing why you do things, never really feeling. You have spent a long time breaking those patterns in your life. You have accepted transformation, and now Spirit would like to make a toast to you and celebrate the fact that you have succeeded. You have turned things around and moved closer to the light. Needless to say, there's still quite a way to go until we all get there. But Spirit is going to let you in on a secret. As long as you are down here on earth, there will always be quite a way to go until you raise your vibration fully. But what matters is that you have already started your journey, and that will carry you to the other side of eternity. Now, at this moment, observe how energy moves in your favor. Receive heaven's blessings. Receive what Spirit has to give to you, and do not run away from it. When energy arrives, do not think that it arrives by chance. Do not think that it is not meant for you personally or that it's a mistake. Accept that it is Christ. Accept that Spirit set you this in gratitude for the times you focused on yourself. Receive that blessing. Receive the blessing. Amen.
Thank you, music team. That was a beautiful start. Good morning. My name is Ellen Campbell, and I'm a member of the spiritual care team. Happy to be here with you today. It's good to see all of you. The members of the spiritual care team have the purple prayer shawls on, and we're here to pray with you after the service. We also have the prayer box, which will be out on the table in the front entryway for your prayer slips. I take them home for a week, and then they go to Unity Village for another month for prayers. Please don't leave with anything heavy on your hearts. It is my pleasure to guide you in meditation this morning. And as we begin our time together, please settle into your chair, close your eyes, and take a few slow, deep breaths. And walk with me. I am walking across the sand and arrive on the shore. I see families approaching the beach and children running into the waves, expressing joy and delight at their freedom. As I walk by, I smile at the adults. Walking slowly, as I'm walking slowly along, I feel my breathing slow and my body relax. I am in rhythm with the waves as I walk. Soon I notice I am alone. I walk a little farther and I see a log on the shore and decide to sit for a while. As I look out on the water, I hear, see, and smell the ocean. I taste the salt spray on my lips, and I kick off my shoes to feel the coolness of the sand. Each wave is separate coming in, but part of the ocean going out. The rhythm is relaxing as I sit quietly. I realize that this scene has touched me deeply. I remember that God is the sphere whose center is everywhere and whose circumference is nowhere. In this peaceful moment, I feel this presence and know life is lived from within out. The kingdom of God is within me. I chant peace, love, and light in me, and know I am one with each person in the world. As I sit on the shore, I feel the presence of Spirit and know this is available wherever I am. So let us sit quietly and breathe peacefully. Please join me in the silence. I arise slowly and walk back. I hear the laughter of the children. My soul is refreshed as I come back into the room. Thank you for sharing my journey today. Wherever we are, God is.
Joy, pure
Thank you, Ellen. Beautiful. Y'all seem like you've been singing together forever. You're like the Supremes over there. Sounds beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, today is a very special day that we celebrate here at Unity several times a year, where we are going to be bringing in new members to our Unity Church family. And the way that people become a member is by attending a half-day retreat with myself and Reverend Leslie. And during that retreat, we talk about Unity teachings, we talk about our church and its history, we do a wonderful tour all over the property, we share lunch, we hear one another's stories, so it's a beautiful day, which happened yesterday. And I'm thrilled that in June, we are bringing in 10 new members today. So we had a wonderful day yesterday, and we'll be doing the consecration ceremony in just a little while. But before we do that, I always like on Membership Sunday to give some perspective and talk a little bit about who we are and what we're part of. And P.S., side note, I will need you going forward to mitigate your expectations, because I cannot do something as legendary as crack a raw egg on my head every Sunday. So, it's not always going to be quite that. But today what I wanted to do actually is I want to show you a video, because I shared with the group yesterday about who we are as a church. We were founded as Unity of Venice in 1968 by Reverend Mary Hinkle Duffy, and moved on to this property in 1972. And we've had, including myself, 6 ministers in those years, and grown and flourished and thrived. But we are part of something much bigger than just what's happening right here. I shared with the group yesterday, we are now one of the flagship churches in the Unity movement, as we are one of the largest ministries worldwide in Unity. Yes. So we are thriving, we are blessed, but we are a wonderful, magnificent community of heart and soul and service and love and generosity. But we are part of a global movement that started 130 years ago. And sadly, it still seems as though, although not in Venice, but still seems as though Unity is one of the world's best kept secrets. But it is a large movement with ministries all over the world, impacting millions of people through truth teachings, through prayer, through publications like the Daily Word. And so I want to give you a chance to take a look and see the bigger picture of how we became as a movement, and of what we are connected to and what we're part of. So this film shares a bit about the history of our movement, founded in 1889 by Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, and then it will talk about our headquarters, our world headquarters at Unity Village, just outside of Kansas City, Missouri. And there's a couple things I want to note before the movie starts. And one of those is that in September, I am leading a group out to Unity Village for a 4-day retreat surrounding an annual event called World Day of Prayer. And so this retreat, which is led by the Unity Retreat staff, will have music and labyrinth walks and meditations and drum circles and creative arts and all kinds of beautiful opportunities for prayer as a group, as well as your chance to be on this holy ground. I will tell you that I've been visiting Unity Village since I was 16 years old as a YOUer, and anyone that has been there can attest that literally the moment you drive through the gates, you palpably feel a difference of energy. It is like, just as I said that, I got this like whoosh of God bumps, because people have been praying on those grounds non-stop for over 100 years. And so the energy of that permeates every place you go. You feel it. It's not uncommon in certain places there in some of the chapels or the gardens to just find yourself just sobbing because you feel the presence and the power of God so deeply and so strongly. So I want you to be thinking about that because we're coming close to the registration closing off for that trip. So if you want to kind of see this and think about the possibility of coming for a 4-day prayer retreat on these incredibly holy grounds, there's still an opportunity to do that and join me in that experience. And then the other fun little side note is at one point they will be talking about the grounds. It's 1,200 acres, and there are woods and trails, and there's actually this area called the Natural Bridge out in the woods that's this rock formation that's a bridge with kind of a cave underneath it. And they will describe that back in the day, cohorts of Jesse James, part of his gang, actually hid out by that natural bridge on the grounds, and they will name the younger brothers, which, not even kidding you, are my Linda's relatives. They are a few generations removed, but they are direct relatives of my Linda, so you'll hear about the younger brothers hiding out on the grounds of the village. But I want you to just take this in. I want you to see the bigger picture of what we're part of, because we're part of this global movement that has transformed millions upon millions of lives worldwide of people of all faiths through prayer, through our publications, and through this sacred ground. So I want you to see what we're connected to and be thinking if you might want to join me there in September. So, are we good to go? Yes.
Welcome to a special place called Unity Village. Over the past 100 years, this picturesque haven outside Kansas City, Missouri, has evolved from a weekend getaway to become the headquarters of a global spiritual movement. Unity was founded by Charles and Myrtle Fillmore in 1889. In the early decades, they led their prayer, publishing, and educational activities from offices on Tracy Avenue in downtown Kansas City. In 1919, the Fillmores bought 58 wooded acres, 16 miles from their downtown headquarters, to use as a rustic weekend and vacation retreat. Unity workers and their families camped in tents and shanties, but by the summer of 1921, a clubhouse was built for employees to gather and entertain friends. The master planner of Unity Village was Rickard Fillmore, the middle son of Charles and Myrtle. Traveling in England, he'd fallen in love with the cottages of the countryside and designed his early buildings with hand-cut wooden shingles to resemble thatched roofs. The house Rickard designed for himself in 1921 had massive wood beams in the great room and a large fireplace of native limestone taken from quarries on the grounds. Today, Fillmore Manor is a popular Airbnb. Other historic buildings have also been remodeled to provide accommodations at Unity Village. Construction in the 1920s was done mostly with horse and mule power. There was a full-service blacksmith shop on the grounds. These hand-forged ironworks were made by Unity craftsmen. 30 doors were hand-carved by master woodworker Ivan Lee using walnut trees on the property that succumbed to drought in the 1930s. The most ornate doors took up to 6 months to perfect. Early visitors escaped the summer heat at a swimming hole. In 1922, the Fillmores built a pool, complete with limestone walls, footbridges, and dressing rooms. After being enjoyed for many decades, the pool eventually deteriorated beyond reasonable repair and had to be closed. Water was also needed for farming and other operations, and it wasn't long before workers started drilling wells on the property. They discovered oil and natural gas. At one time, there were more than 25 producing wells on the property. Not big gushers, but they did furnish enough oil to heat the downtown headquarters and treat the farm's dusty gravel road. The natural gas was enough to use for streetlights and cook stoves. These small wells were capped during World War II, like this one near the golf course. The first golf course was a 2-hole affair. Imagine playing it in 1921, moving from one hole to the other, back and forth. It could be the reason why 3 years later, the course was expanded to 9 holes. Rickard Fillmore built 2 small lakes. An unusual concrete buttress dam was completed in 1927 and was recently restored. Nearby is the water purification plant. From here, water is pumped to a large tank near the top of the Unity Tower, giving the village its water supply. Trails wind through the woods for miles, where you'll discover one of the only natural bridges in western Missouri. Pioneers traveling west described it in their journals. One writer said the sun streaming through the opening made it look like a stained glass window. There is a legend the bridge was a hideout for the outlaw Jesse James and his gang, which included brothers from the Younger family who owned a nearby farm. Unity Village has long been a sanctuary for native wildlife. As early as 1921, the Fillmores prohibited hunting. Today, the woods are home to hundreds of deer, families of fox, groundhogs, raccoons, and the occasional bobcat. Flocks of Canada geese raise their young here and remain year-round. Former Unity President Charles R. Fillmore, the grandson of Charles and Myrtle, was an ardent conservationist. He helped reestablish wild turkeys in western Missouri, and you might see a few in the woods. Over the years, the Fillmores added to the original 58 acres, and the property became known as Unity Farm. In 1953, the land holdings were incorporated as a municipality called Unity Village. The village holds elections for town council and mayor and maintains its own roads and utilities. It now covers 1,200 acres. For nearly 50 years, Unity Farm was famous for its orchards, cider, and other products like eggs and milk. At the height of its operations, Unity Farm had 5,000 apple trees producing 16 varieties of fruit. Workers pressed 14,000 gallons of cider each fall. The big barn on Colburn Road could store 7,000 bushels of apples over the winter. In the barn kitchen, workers made jams and jellies, apple butter, and syrup. Besides apples, the orchard had 400 other fruit trees, including peaches, cherries, plums, and persimmons. Beehives helped pollinate the trees. There were also blackberries and 12 acres of grapevine. The farm even had a flock of 40 goats, because the vegetarian Fillmores liked goat's milk. Outside the main gates, drivers on Highway 50 could stop and buy produce and honey. The farm also provided produce for Fillmore's vegetarian cafeteria downtown before they moved all operations to the village. As times changed, farming operations were phased out. Today, only the potting shed remains, which once connected 2 greenhouses. But Unity Produce is making a comeback. The apple barn on Colburn Road is once again selling fresh fruits and vegetables, thanks to The Gardens at Unity Village, a nonprofit group that began in 2009. They emphasize organic farming. Volunteers have planted heritage fruit trees in the original orchards and installed large garden beds. Each fall, they host an apple butter festival. In 1924 on the grounds, Rickard Fillmore designed a home for his parents Myrtle and Charles called The Arches. This was his mother's dream house that had no kitchen. Instead, the family walked across the road for meals prepared by Charles' mother, Georgiana. She served meals around a large harvest table filled with fruits and vegetables from Unity Farm. Her farmhouse is now the golf course clubhouse. The Fillmores' vision for the property grew as their outreach expanded. Based on Rickard's master plan, construction started on the central courtyard in the 1920s. Rickard's travels to Italy inspired the Mediterranean red tile roofs, stucco walls, arches, courtyards, breezeways, and fountains. The first 2 buildings on the central courtyard were the tower and the education building. Both completed in 1929, today they are on the National Register of Historic Places. Rickert modeled the 165-foot Unity Tower after the bell towers he had admired in Italy. It does have chimes, but this tower also holds the 100,000-gallon tank that provides water for the village. The tower was fully restored, inside and out, in 2012 and 13. Its base is now circled by a sculpture garden representing the 12 divine powers that Unity teaches are born into every person. The education building has had many uses, from silent Unity to a seminary, and currently houses people support and customer care. On the first floor is Fillmore Chapel, the only chapel at the village where both Charles and Myrtle Fillmore lectured and prayed. The original artist, David Urens, took more than 2 years to complete these frescoes. Upstairs, the archives houses a fascinating collection of Unity publications and history and includes offices used by Myrtle and Charles. After World War II, Unity headquarters moved all operations from downtown to the farm property. Because of material and manpower shortages, Rickert devised new construction methods in the 1940s. His innovative techniques received attention from architects and engineers all over the country. The administration building, motel, and guest cottages were all built with concrete sections that were poured into large molds and then hoisted into place with cranes. By the 1940s, Unity was a major spiritual publisher. In those days, all Unity publications were printed and mailed from the publishing wing of the administration building. Through much of the 20th century, this was a state-of-the-art printing facility. Later, it made economic sense to use an outside printer, but publishing is still key to the Unity mission. Best known is Daily Word magazine, which has inspired millions of readers since 1924. Today, Daily Word is offered in English and Spanish, in print, or by email. The magazine is also translated into several other languages and distributed in more than 100 countries. Daily Word is still edited and designed at Unity Village. And so is Unity Magazine, the Fillmore's original publication. Unity is also famous for the Unity prayer ministry called Silent Unity. In 1890, the Fillmores began the Society of Silent Help, which soon became known as the Society of Silent Unity. In the early days, Myrtle prayed with and for others in her home and always placed a lamp in the front window. Today, the lighted cupola on top of the Silent Unity building symbolizes continuous prayer called the light that shines for you. Prayer associates respond to well over 1 million prayer requests each year, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, by letter, telephone, and online. And anyone may join the Silent Prayer Vigil online. Through the years, Unity Village added the Activity Center in 1975 with an auditorium seating more than 1,000 people. The Silent Unity building opened in 1989, and in 2009, a 24-hour fitness center on the lower level for employees and guests was added. When the award-winning hotel and conference center opened in 2007, it was the first LEED-certified green hotel in the Midwest, a symbol of Unity's ongoing commitment to the environment. Each building has been assigned a number to help people find their way on campus. The central courtyard boasts one of the most spectacular fountains in the Kansas City area, longer than a football field. The award-winning Rose Garden and Bridge of Faith are the settings for dozens of weddings each year. And work continues. Buildings are being refurbished and repurposed, and the grounds are more beautiful every year. As work is done, Unity is making the campus more accessible to people of all abilities, something that wasn't considered a century ago. The late Rosemary Fillmore Ray, granddaughter of Charles and Myrtle, once wrote, "The Fillmores envisioned a city of God here at Unity Village. Farmers, carpenters, stonemasons, and woodcarvers all gathered together to build a spiritual city. If you walk around Unity Village today, you feel the spirit of these people. And everywhere you see the beauty and wonder of Unity Village." Amidst this beauty and history, the spiritual work begun by the Fillmores more than a century ago evolves and continues to serve a new generation of spiritual seekers. Consider a visit to beautiful Unity Village. Learn more about Unity and the spiritual resources it offers at unity.org.
Pretty cool, huh? Did you learn something new, maybe? Anybody want to go with me? Mm-hmm. We'll make sure that information about how to register gets into this week's email newsletter to come for the second week of September to the World Day of Prayer retreat. But I have many, many stories, some I can't even tell you, of happenings on those grounds for all my years of visiting since the mid-'80s, but it's a holy place that has a special place in my heart. There are two stones in honor of my mother. One is in the Rose Garden, where her ashes were scattered at her wishes, and the other is around the tower in the 12-Power Sculpture Garden right next to the Sculpture of Love. It says Reverend Patricia Ryder, a master teacher in unconditional love. So she is honored and remembered there. So that's what we're part of. We're part of a big picture that has, for more than 100 years, transformed millions of lives. And so we are doing that work here, and we are expanding that work today as we welcome in our new members. There are 3 of our new members that are not going to be, they're not present today to come up for the blessing, but we will speak their names anyway. And so what we're going to be doing is the ritual that I do for membership is a ritual of unity baptism. And I always want to make it clear that in Unity, when we baptize, there is absolutely nothing we are trying to wash off of you or wash away from you. It is not a ceremony to make you worthy of something because you were born worthy. The ceremony of baptism that we see is acknowledging your worth and celebrating your divinity. And so we baptize with rose petals because the rose is that symbol, that pure perfection, that symbol of pure divinity and constant spiritual unfoldment. And so for new members, when your name is called by Reverend Leslie, I'll ask you to come here to me, where I will do your baptism blessing. And each one of the new members is receiving a copy of Lessons in Truth by Dr. Emily Cady, which is the quintessential textbook of the essence of unity. If you ever want to know, what does unity really teach? What are the basics? What's the foundation? This is it. I read this book for the first time when I was 16, and it changed my life forever. So they're receiving copies of this book. And I will ask you then, once you have received the blessing from me and your book, if you'll just stay on the stage here until everyone is up, because then you're going to receive a blessing from the congregation, and then we need to make sure we get your picture for our email newsletter of our new member class. And as for the rest of you, you do have an important job. You are bearing witness to this. You are holding space for this. You are acknowledging, honoring, welcoming, blessing, sending all of your love as each one of these people come forward to make this new commitment on their spiritual journey. That's what membership in Unity is. It isn't a requirement. It's about a deeper commitment to your spiritual path and to this family. And so as each one comes forward, if the rest of you will just be holding space to welcome them in. And I'm going to turn my microphone off, but the words that I baptize each one with is, I baptize you in the name of the living Christ presence that you are. So we are acknowledging the divinity and the Christ within each person that comes forward to become a new member. And so Jamie's going to play some quiet music for us. Take a deep breath, everyone. Come into your heart. And we will begin.
Diane Candelora. Deborah Lowe. Peter Lowe. Melody Paxton. Jean Pearson. Diane Sheridan. Virgie Whitney.
Want to read those other names, Leslie? They're names of the three who are joining but are not present today.
Yeah, three who are not here today. Chris Collins, Nicole Collins, and Ed Rook.
So we are going to offer our beautiful new members our unity blessing, which I will speak first and then invite you to speak with me. We will be saying, new members, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. And so together, extend your hands. New members, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Welcome home. Just go down. Music team.
Spent my whole life searching for a shelter for my soul, an understanding of the greater plan.
In these walls I've seen the light of love pure and divine, helps me remember who I really am.
In every face, it's clear we're all God's children here,
And it feels like home, it feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, it feels like home. A family that I can call my home. Feels like home.
It's a place to share your burden. It's safe to shed a tear. Say a prayer and raise your voice in song.
Where every heart is honored and every path is too, and no one's here to judge you right or wrong.
and there's no shame, no sin in this place where love begins.
And it feels like home, it feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, it feels like home. A family that I can call my home. It feels like home, it feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, it feels like home. Community,
No storm that we can't weather.
unity.
We go hand in hand together.
My family,
My family feels like home.
Wow. Good morning, everybody. I'm Barbara Brownyard, here to offer you your prosperity message this morning. It's from Mornings with Myrtle. Mornings with Myrtle. A prayer of prosperity. As I turn within, I feel my life filled with abundance. I am immensely blessed. I celebrate victories, not measured in wealth, but in the richness of life itself. I cherish my health, freedom of movement, and the deepening of my spiritual consciousness. These are signs of my prosperity. Divine Spirit is my eternal source, the wellspring of all my needs. With unwavering faith, I anticipate positive outcomes for all my endeavors. Prosperity shines for me as health, wealth, and in a boundless supply of all that is good. Open-hearted and receptive, I welcome innovative and delightful paths to my blessings. My inner wealth of positive manifestations is but a mirror of my prosperous mindset. With a servant's heart, I dedicate myself to serving humanity, knowing that my actions reflect the abundance of my spirit. I am joyful and thankful for the abundance that flows throughout my life. And will the ushers please come forward? Now is the time in our service to joyously support our church with our tithings and offerings. For those here who are joining us for the first time, please know that your presence is your gift to us. If you filled out the information card on the front of the welcome packet, please drop that off in the offering basket as it passes by. Now I invite you to take your gift in your hands and let us join in the offering blessing. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am blessed. Amen.
You are welcome here. 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 Our arms are wide open. There's room for everyone. Wherever you go and wherever you're from, you are home. You are welcome here. 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 Whatever you've been through, you found us somehow. Wherever you are on your journey now, you are home. You are welcome here. 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 Everybody's welcome. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. I am 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 welcome here. We are 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 welcome here.
Ain't it the truth? Yes, indeed. So, we have been blessed today. Blessed as our family has expanded. Blessed as we anchor and honor into our unity heritage and the worldwide movement that we are a big piece of. And we give thanks for all those blessings. So we know that as we give, we receive, as Scripture promised. So open up those hands, and we are ready to receive those blessings coming back, heaped up, pressed down, shaken together, and running over for that's the law, and so it is. Amen. Just a couple quick announcements, a reminder about that stuffed animal drive going through the end of June. Bring in brand new stuffed animals, love them up during service, and then just leave them in a chair. We are in need of folks to sign up for the rest of June and the month of July to be ushers and greeters. We need 4 every week. It's a sweet, fun, simple job. You say good morning to people as they come in, and then you assist in the receiving of the offering. So please, the sign-up sheets in the hallway there on the left. Please pick a Sunday and drop your name in if you're willing to be ushers and greeters. And then this week I'm continuing my brown bag Bible study, where we are working with the drama series The Chosen. This last week was the first session. We had a really deep, thought-provoking, powerful discussion afterwards. So we come in here to watch an episode of the program which chronicles the life and ministry of Jesus and the disciples. And then we go into the Love and Light Center for discussion. And you can bring a lunch if you'd like to enjoy during our discussion time. So 11:30 on Wednesdays all the way through the summer. So and you can drop in. Each week is its own self-contained experience. So you can drop in anytime. Hope you will join us for that. So God's Cafe is open with a delicious lunch as always, and keep an eye out in this week's email newsletter for details about how to register to come out to Unity Village with me for World Day of Prayer this September. I hope that many of you will join. There's already about 10 of us registered, but we're hoping we get more to come and be part of that powerful opportunity. So, all right, we have some beautiful children out there, so let us sing in our wonderful youth.
I love the seashells, I love the sandy beach, I love the shark's teeth, I love the manatees, I love the whole world and all its sights and sounds. Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada. I love the fellowship, I love to co-create, I love the Christ light, I love to meditate, I love the whole world, it's such a brilliant place. Boom-de-yada, 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 boom.
All right. So let us stand now and join hands for the peace song and the prayer for protection. Have a blessed and wonderful week, everyone.
Begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as our Father, family all are we. Let me walk with my family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is